Now we are going to talk about the next subheading, that is ruling the empire. As we know that the empire is a broad term as compared to the kingdom. So when the empire is so large, so different parts were ruled differently. Here you need to note down that the area around Patliputra was under the direct control of the emperor, which means that basically all the important officials were appointed to collect taxes from the farmers, herders, craftsperson or traders from Patliputra only, and who lived in the villages and towns in the areas. Officials also used to punish those people, those who disobey the ruler's order. Basically, many of the officials were given salaries, but on the contrary, some spies or messengers are also keep on the officials in order to keep an eye check on the officials so that they can't cheat. And of course, the emperor supervised them all with the help of members of the royal family, obviously. There were other areas also, or you can say provinces, whereby they need to get rule from a provincial capital, such as from Takshila and Ujjain. Although there were some amount of control over that areas also from the Patliput, and the royal princes were often sent as governors. Local customs and rules was probably followed there oftenly. Besides these, there were a vast areas between these centers. Here the Mauryas tried to control roads and river, which were important for transport, and to collect whatsoever resources were available as tax and tribute over that period. For example, the Arthashastra tell us that the northwest was important for the blankets, and South India is very good for its gold and precious stones. It is possible that these resources were collected as tribute. We have discussed already about the tribute also. Tribute is not like a tax which is being collected on a regular basis. Tribute is something which is being given willingly by the people in the form of variety of things, less or more. There were also the forested regions over these places. The people living in these areas were sometimes more or less independent, but one thing is common in them, that they are being highly expected and is capable of providing elephants, timber, honey, and wax to the Mauryan officials. Now, moving ahead to a next subheading, that is Ashoka, a unique ruler. Do you know why Ashoka is considered as a unique ruler? There are two reasons for it. As he was the first ruler who just tried out to take his message to the people through inscription. And the second thing is, he is the only king in the history of the world who just gave up the conquest after winning a war of Kalinga. As most of the Ashoka's inscriptions were in Prakrit and were written in the Brahmi script. Now we are going to learn about the Ashoka War in Kalinga. Kalinga is the Asian name of the coastal Orissa. Okay, you can just see on page number 68 also on map 5 in the older books. Now Ashoka fought a war of to conquer Kalinga basically, but however he was so horrified when he just saw that violence made by him and bloodshed over that place, that he decided not to fight any more wars. He is the only king in the history of the world who just gave up after winning a war. Now, moving ahead to the next subheading, that is what was Ashok Dhama. Ashok Dhama basically do not involve any kind of worship of God or any kind of sacrifices, but he just felt that as a father, he just tried out to teach his children. Like he just performed a duty of instructing to his followers. He was also inspired by the teaching of Buddha as well. But during that time, there were a number of problems that would trouble him, like the peoples in the empire starting following different religions, and sometimes led to conflicts also. And secondly, animals were sacrificed. Then the slaves who just work for their owners and servants were ill treated. Besides these, there were quarrels in the family among neighbors also. So, for that purpose, Ashoka felt that it was his duty to solve this problem. So, for this purpose, he just appointed the officials, which is known as Dhamma, or you can say Mahamata, who went from basically from place to place for teaching people about Dhamma. So, this is all about Dhamma. Besides, Ashoka got his messages inscribed on the rocks and pillars as well, instructing his officials to read his message to those who could not read it themselves. So, for them, another people can easily read the inscriptions and tell them. Ashoka also sent messengers to spread ideas about the Dhamma to others, land such as Syria, Egypt, Greece, and Sri Lanka. He just built roads, dug wells, and built rest houses as well. Besides, he just arranged for medical treatment for both human beings and animals. So this is all about the chapter. Do like, share and subscribe my channel if you like my video. Thank you so much.